where she hangs out. Maybe I can try to track her down. That's, and, the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively, I mean, we
Oh
can touch on
yeah.
it real quick. But what I thought was very interesting, that Hollywood Reporter cover, Miss Blake Lively is very upset.
She is very upset. And if you really look at that, I mean, everything is chosen where it's like the cell phone, because he's demanded the record. She's using that and the boomerang. And, he has his weapon down, like, so his defenses are more down. And I heard Blake Lively was very upset about that cover as well.
And they're not going to settle. So I mean, I think that's very dumb on their part,
I think
not
it's
settle.
very dumb. I really feel, again, I don't know. I just go back to like, I don't know why they did this. Like, they
Right.
had everything to lose and he had nothing to lose. It's a dangerous combination. When you're the
Right.
one with all the money, you are like asking someone to come after you because they smell money. It's just
Right.
like waking up and saying you fell delivering the FedEx package to Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like,
Right.
just it, it's I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know. I understand they want to have careers. I understand they want to work, but I mean at this point I would just try to go away. Like just say,
That's what I would.
"Whoops,
Yeah.
just stop." Like stop. Like we concede just I mean they're not going to though.
Well, they went to the SNL 50 and they're like doubling down on these
Hmm.
appearances. I'm like, stay home. Like, don't go to New York Fashion Week when you're in the middle of a lawsuit. But maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Maybe that it's so because I think did I tell you this like Leighton Meester has a new show coming out and like she's not doing like basically any press. I think she'll do like the mainstream press maybe, but I mean obviously people are going to be instructed like don't mention Blake. Like that's a
Yeah.
logical question that every interviewer wants to ask.
Right.
Leighton Meester especially because she's let's
Right.
be stereotypical. She was the other female lead on the show and was there problems? But anyone from Gossip Girl would be asked at this point. So,
Well, yeah. Yeah.
you
I mean,
know,
she's sufferable to these people. So it catches up to you eventually. You can be mean in this industry for 30 years and eventually it'll catch up. I've seen it time and time again. People get away with murder for 10, 15 years, and then all of a sudden it's like everyone gets sick of it. Everybody gets sick of you.
and
So
like we don't know what happened, but yes, they're being crafted. But when I do allow myself to go down the rabbit hole, even for 5 or 10 minutes, yes, all the videos and interviews and red carpets that now I know it's curated, but the things that you were seeing about Blake, you're like, man, she really does just seem awful. Now I understand
she
it's
does.
edited and put together, but it still seems weird to me.
It does seem weird. Well, and then there was that. I don't know if you heard about this last story, but the hairdresser, like J Lo's hairdresser, died in Dubai. And I don't know exactly what happened, but now, Kylie Jenner is paying for his funeral, and I guess J Lo left him. And again, I don't know what happened, and I'm sure J Lo has a busy schedule. But again, J Lo's another example where in the last couple of years, people are demystified by her. They are not really Team J Lo anymore. They're seeing her for maybe who she might be. So I don't know.
I know Kylie and him were really close. She
Yeah.
skipped, I think, the SAG Awards. Whatever awards, I think, yeah, SAG, where Timothee Chalamet won for Best Actor. She
Yes, she
skipped
wasn't
because
there.
right. So she's like, it was a great friend of hers. Yeah, I heard she's paying for his funeral. I didn't
Good.
read the article, but yeah, I saw something about J-Lo did a touching tribute. And then, right, other people were like, bullshit, J-Lo, you left him in Dubai. I don't know what that's all about or how that happened.
So I don't know how that all went down, but I know these A-list celebrities, the things catch up to them. And, your ego is only going to get you so far. So I say this to everyone, even if you're like an accountant, don't have an ego. Like,
Don't have an ego. And by the way, not to end on this note, because it's a whole other discussion for another time, but I am so for Kylie and Timothy Chalamet. I am
so
just
good.
everything about them makes
So
complete
good.
sense to me. Complete
It's
sense.
so good. You can say whatever you want about Kylie Jenner. She's fake. She has unrealistic body standards with her Kardashians. They're annoying. She has a great sense of humor. When he made fun of her saying a lookalike, she said, "Oh no, I'm actually Kylie." She's funny. She's, you know, actors are so intense. They need a funny partner. They need someone who's kind of like, I hate to say this, but a little bit of an airhead. I saw it with clients when they dated people, other actors, it never worked. When you date someone who's kind of an airhead, it's like kind of refreshing. Like her world has nothing to do with his world. So I
And
think they're gonna be
she's
together
more
for a while.
successful than him. I
Yes,
mean,
yeah, exactly.
but also when he won the award, he was like, I know I'm not supposed to say this. People don't talk about this. Thank you. This is great, but I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I want to be like Viola Davis. I want to be like Daniel Day-Lewis. Like I want to be like one of the greats. And this is just such tabloid fodder. But then there was this like, oh, well, seemed like a little shaken that night because he didn't have Kylie. Like, I do think having Kylie on, look, I mean, for Timothée Chalamet, now I find him extremely attractive, but he is certainly a type. So he's not everyone's type. And I think in a way he's more of a type for a gay guy than like a woman.
Yes,
So I
yes,
think that he is, yes, he's a twink, but I
he's a
think
twin.
that he like has confidence that he has this fucking billionaire hot as hell girlfriend who doesn't need you, dude. Like, so I think it just makes, but she apparently, and you can tell she is really into him. Like they're just really into each other, I feel.
Hmm.
I really,
Hmm.
and I love that he just shows up with like, he's wearing like True Religion jeans. Like, I didn't think anyone wore True Religion since like, right, since
Yeah,
Tamara Judge and like season 2 of like RHOC. So, like, I think
right.
it's kind of because he's dressing up for the awards because, yes, you're but like in his daily life, he's in like True Religions and like, I think it works that he's not really into like, style. I mean, he has great style, but like he doesn't really
Yeah,
care. I think it's a
yeah.
perfect match. I'm so into them.
I think it's a good match too, because you know why I think it's a good match because first of all, it doesn't feel like it's a PR thing because neither of them need PR. So it
Right.
doesn't feel like it's set up. It also doesn't feel very loud. You know what I mean? Like, and also because she lives in Hidden Hills, it's like away from the paparazzi, and you're not really seeing them really out and about. They're just kind of left alone, and then he's always filming or busy or like, that's a good thing about an actor. Like, he's not going to be hanging on to her. So I mean, I wonder what he's like with her kids, and I wonder what Travis thinks. But I think that they seem like he seems like he would get along with people in the family.
I think so. And I think that, yeah, I think so. And I think also too is like he is such a great actor and like especially this award season, I think has changed his career just because but I mean, I think that like $1 billion can buy you anything. It could buy you an acting career, but it can't buy you like legitimacy in the acting community. And he has complete A-list legitimacy in the acting community. So it's like it just works. I just the way she looks at him, the way he looks at her,
It
I am
works.
all about them. So everyone could be obsessed with Taylor and Travis all day. I am
Yeah,
happy to just focus on. I'm kind of obsessed with these two.
me
So
too. I agree with you. Okay, Travis and what's
Taylor,
her name? What I forgot her name. Taylor
Taylor
are cute,
Swift.
but I don't care enough. I care about them.
Me
I'm
either.
like, and he wears those pink outfits I mean, Timothy's interesting. He's an interesting one. So I like them.
He's interesting. I find him extremely attractive. But to
Me
be
too.
honest with you, I found Tyga extremely attractive too. So Kylie can get it. Where can everyone find you so they can follow your great podcast?
You. Yes. So Amir Yas Official is my personal Instagram, and then the Vault podcast page. We just dropped an episode with Reza, and he, talked about Shaw's and Mike and the domestic abuse and how he caused the cancellation of the show. So it's good. He did not hold back, honey. He don't give a fuck.
That's what's happening. I mean, we have Don Lemon telling Megyn Kelly to fuck off, and she says fuck off back or whatever she's. I really think we're in this. I'm kind of loving it because this is how it always was. If you have something to say, just fucking say it. So that's good
Just
to
say
know
it.
that Reza doesn't care and is just saying whatever. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I love it.
Well, thank you for doing this from Dubai.
Thank you. It's so fun. I loved it.
Sorry to take up your time.
Not at all.
You'll have a safe trip home. Text me if you need anything, and then we'll figure out when we're going to talk next week.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, David. Bye,
Have
guys.
fun. Bye.